A fry is a fry, but is it just a fry or is it just potato fries? French fries, potato fries. Yuca fries, delicious yuca root. Let's go find out what the difference is about. Still, a fry is a fry and it's a delicious fry. Yuca. What do you even do with this? All right, so yuca, there are two types of yuca. It's like the main ingredient in South America next to corn. Way back then, before America was discovered, this is what indigenous people live and still live on. About 800 million people in the world eat yuca on a yearly basis. That's a lot of yuca. The one that you find in stores in the United States and the one that most people use at home and the one that we use at Pica Pica for our yuca fries is the sweet one. When you peel it, it has a little bit of a purplish second skin. It's a little bit easier to handle than the sour one. It's just not as firm and hard. Although it's really hard to cut this. This is not like peeling a mandarin or something. So anyhow, it's a big ingredient, not to be afraid of. We're gonna show you how to cut it. It's waxy on the outside, very nutritious, high carbohydrates, really fibrous. It feeds a big part of the world. So let's just see what we can make with this really weird looking ingredient. Yuca, right? It's not yucca. That's something else we'll tell you about. This is a really intimidating ingredient. How do you even handle it? So let me just show you how you deal with it. It's actually kind of like when I first saw like Thanksgiving yams, I just didn't know what to do with them. I did not grow up with them. So now it's just, let's just see what happens when you just take a knife and cut it. It's not that intimidating. So essentially, just make sure you just cut the ends. It's harder than you would think. So you have to be really careful. And then you just make sure it's flat down, and then you just start cutting the skin up. All right. Super sturdy. The nice thing is that it doesn't get black, so you don't have to submerge it in water like you do sometimes with potatoes. Now, I tried something else. I put this in the microwave for about a minute and a half or two to see if it would be easier to peel. You can see. So it'll just start getting slightly cooked, but it's just softer to deal with. So all right, so what do you do with this? You put it in boiling water and you let it cook for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes until it's transparent. That's the first step to do anything with the yuca. You take the yuca and you can actually have it just like that with a little bit of mojo, with cilantro or parsley and lemon and a little bit of salt. But you can also do other things. Once you have it already cooked and transparent and a little bit, it's kind of mushy, it can get a little bit hard to deal with. So maybe you want to refrigerate it for a couple of hours or overnight before you actually handle it, so that it's a little bit firmer and doesn't get totally destroyed or pureed in your hands. So you can do what we do at Pica Pica, which is our yuca fries. Super delicious. It's the same chunk of yuca, but it's deep fried and crunchy, and it's pretty addictive actually. Or you can do something a little bit more convoluted, like bollos pelones. It's a very traditional Venezuelan dish. You take the yuca and with a little bit of egg, you mix it and you make it into this ball. You open a hole, you fill it with stew, like pork or meat or whatever. Then you close that again. You make this little ball, you roll it over some corn flour, and then you deep fry it. And then you serve it over some tomato sauce, and this is what you get. And these are called bollos pelones. The little translation, hairless buns, which is actually pretty funny, but it's just they're just clean shaven like a bald head, and they're really delicious. Much more complicated than your yuca sancochada, which is just boiled or steamed, or your delicious yuca fries, which is what we have at Pica Pica. This is a really nutritious ingredient. It's high in carbohydrates, but it's also very fibrous. It's very natural, it's gluten-free, and it is, as I said before, pretty addictive.